Hi guys, it's Bernie here, hooking and stitching. Today is, Thursday the 21st of September, and I'm finally coming to you with my August update. I'm a little bit behind. Life's been a bit busy recently. I hoped to come and film once the kids were back at school, but I've just had so much on in the meantime that I just haven't had a chance to come and film. But today is actually the first day where I'm home alone with nothing else happening. Well, I say nothing else is happening. I've got to go out and fetch the food shopping soon from Tesco, but I've got time to film in between. You have to excuse me a minute. I have a very naughty creature here pushing all my projects off the sofa. Are you going to come and say hello? Wait, come here. Come. He's playing with the tassels on my bag now. Come here, come here, come here, come here. So this is what you're playing. What's this? Hello. So Gizmo's here, and Gizmo's getting big. Gizmo is no longer a tiny kitten, are you, my darling? No, you're not. He's getting to be a big boy, and I'm not surprised you're a big boy because all you do is eat. Isn't that right? Can you see everybody up there? Look. Can you see? Hi, everybody. Is it lunchtime? Right. I think he's going to be bouncing all over me in this video, so please. He's now trying to knock the camera. He's there. Are you coming up? This isn't the Gizmo show, you know. Although I'm sure we could turn it into the Gizmo show. Talking about other shows, I have a confession. Part of the reason I've been struggling to film this video is because I have been filming for my other channel. I have another channel. I have mentioned it once before, but it's kind of taken off a little bit recently. Some of you, if you've watched me for a while, you will know that we have horses, and I've actually started an equestrian channel. It's called Too Old to Bounce, because I am. He's trying to knock everything off over here. See if I can show him. Oi! Stop it! Oi! They are not toys! You little horror! But yes, I do have another channel. It's me and Aria's channel. It's called Too Old to Bounce, and we're just sort of taking you along with us when we do stuff with the horses. So if you are interested in seeing what we get up to with the horses, please have a look at that channel. I'll see if I can link it. Will you stop it? I'm actually getting a lot better at the whole editing thing, because it's amazing how much more you have to do when it's an equestrian channel. I'm adding in music and slow-mos and speeded up sections and GoPro footage and all that sort of thing. And I'm even getting really good with the thumbnail. So I'm hoping that the thumbnail for this particular video is a bit better than you would normally see. So let's see how that goes. Right, let's crack on with the whips before Gizmo destroys them all. In no particular order. I have got quite a few because it's been a long time since I last saw you, so I have worked on quite a bit. You are an absolute thug. So we shall get on with me showing you what I've been working on. So please excuse the zippers. Everything has been zipped up because otherwise somebody else will get into everything. So the first one I've got to show you is actually a Christmas one. And this is Santa's Coming. Look at how creased this is because he's been playing with the bags. Santa's Coming by Stitch Rovia. It's in Emma Congdon, isn't it, this one? So that's the chart. I got this one off Etsy back Christmas last year, I think. And I'm stitching it on a beautiful fabric. It's a opalescent. I do believe it's 32 count. I can't think what it's called unless I've got it attached to it somewhere, which I don't think I have. But anyway, I shall pop in a picture of what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And please don't knock more stuff off. Here it is. Now let me see if I can put it up against something like this. A bit easier, doesn't it? So here it is now. So you can see I've been working on the little town at the bottom there. That bit there. And can you see the sparkle on the fabric? It's gorgeous. I think this fabric was from Sparkly's actually. I think I may have picked this up at something like the Knitting and Stitching show, I would assume. But it just seemed really nice for a Christmassy project. It's a sparkly blue. Gizmo, will you stop? I do apologise for the noise in the background. He loves the plastic wallets like this, as well as the bags. and he's chewing it and pulling at it and clawing at it. He's such a thug. But yeah, that's where I've got to with that one, and I am very pleased with the progress. I am doing a bit of my own conversion on this one. So I've got some of my own sort of fancy flosses in there, some classic colour works, some Weeks Dye Works, some Gentle Arts. I think what I did is I got out the floss that you needed, and then I got out my fancy flosses and I sort of compared the two so I could get something that looked similar so it wouldn't detract from the picture itself, but it just uses up some of those fancy flosses, doesn't it, which I wanted to do. So that's that one. You really are being an absolute thug. So next one I've got to show you is by Northern Expressions Needleworks, and it's their Twisted Band Sampler. Love this one. I have gone for the one with the specialty stitches as opposed to the one that's just cross stitches, because you can get either. I highly recommend. Just a second. Oh, you stop it! You're bad kitten. You don't care how bad you are, do you? So yeah, see if I can do this with a cat on my arm. So yeah, they do two versions of this, one with specialty stitches and one with cross stitches, and I'd never done anything with specialty stitches before, but the instructions are that good, and I tend to take a screenshot of the instructions and how to do the specialty stitches, and then I zoom in on it on my phone, and then I can see exactly where you're supposed to go up and down, and it just makes it so much easier. You look quite comfy there. Are you gonna sit there? So I'll pop in a picture of what that one looked like last time you guys saw it. I can't remember when I last worked on this. I do remember I'd run out of the colour I needed, if I remember rightly. Let's get this the right way up. So here it is now. Gizmo! So actually now you can see I've turned the corner up here, so that is as long as one of the bands is going to get. I'm so sorry. How does anybody do this with a kitten? Get down there. Go and play down there. Go on. So yes, I'm now working on that gold band of cross stitches. I've done all the specialty stitches in this band. I'll zoom in a bit for you. So there's some gorgeous stitches in there. There's 4 different types of specialty stitches in the light gold and the orangey colour. They just sort of repeat, and they are utterly beautiful to look at up front. So pretty. I did actually try and do a video of me stitching one of them, and I tried to get my son to hold the camera over it, and he stitched. He tried, bless him, but it was completely the wrong angle, and you just couldn't really tell what I was doing. So I gave up on that idea. But yeah, this is coming along really nicely. Really pleased with it, and really enjoying working on it as well. So if you're unsure about those specialty stitches, give it a go. Honestly, it's not as hard as it might look. If I can follow the instructions, then you can too. He's down there now, playing with the plastic wallet. It's going to be wrecked, isn't it? It's going to have all holes and bite marks in it, because he's such a thug. He is a proper naughty little boy cat now, and he's like going through the whole teenager stage where, you know, I'll do as I please. If a cat could have that sort of attitude, he does. Because you're naughty, but he is the sweetest, most loving thing as well. I absolutely adore him. The other cats are around somewhere, but I think they're like, no, I'm not bothered. Mum's filming, I'm not coming to say hello. So next one on the pile is my Modern Folk Embroidery, and this is the Fruits of Plenty sal. This was the sal in 2021, the stitch along in 2021. I'm not up for doing stitch alongs, so I'll never keep up. So I prefer to see the whole picture at the end and then decide if I want to stitch it. And I really liked this one. I liked that it was like monotone, but it was a 2-tone monotone, or you could do it in one, but I liked the idea of doing it in 2 colours. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count cream even weave, and I'll pop in a picture of what it looked like last time you guys saw it, and here it is now. So let's see if I can stretch that crease out a bit. It's got a crease right in the middle, so there's a bit of a zoom in on it. Isn't that looking pretty? So I've like finished this section now, and I'm ready to move on to the next section. The cat's whimpering now. The colours I'm using for this are 34, which is this lovely like magenta-y colour, and 3836. I'll just show them. Those are the two colours against the cream. And I'm doing, this is, oh, it isn't 32 count, this is 25 count, I've just remembered. It's a 25 count fabric because I'm doing it 1/1. And it's going to be a lot smaller than some of the others you may have seen around on Instagram or YouTube. And I liked how dainty it is. I'm not a fan of doing 1/1, but I love how small and dainty it is, so I'll put up with it. The biggest issue I have is not being able to do a loop start. But, oh God, the cat's back. What are you doing? Stop it. You're being so naughty. Gizmo! Oh. Please stop knocking my camera. You naughty, naughty cat. I'm really sorry about this, everyone. I really am. I'm sure you'll forgive me because you've had kitten spam. Oi, you've proper got it on. You have no, don't chew my fabric. I'm going to put you in a straitjacket. In fact, should I go and get a dog crate and put you in that? And then I might actually be able to film this video, you little horror. You're such an attention seeker, aren't you? I mean, how can I stay cross like that? This is supposed to be about cross stitch. This is not a channel about naughty ragdoll kittens who don't know their place. Yes. You're ready for lunch, aren't you? Is that why you're bothering me so much? Because you want your lunch. So, next. Opening Gambit by Long Dog Samplers. Long Dog Samplers. I can never say that one out. I'm working on this one a little while now. This one is for my dad. Please don't read that. And I'm doing this one on 32 count silver by Swigart even weave. Oh God. And I'll pop in a picture of what it looked like last time, but here it is now. So I think that is the corner. That's the top corner there. So you can see now how big it's going to be. And I haven't left myself a huge margin, as you can see, but it's just enough. Just enough. So I've been working up here in this section, putting that castle in. That's the Y of, it says your move. You can see it there, your move at the top there. So there's part of that goat up the top there as well. I did know what that was. Oh, I think it's like a lizard. Hanging lizard there. And I think that's a mouse there. That's what I love about this piece. You stitch it and then you look and you go, oh gosh, that's what that is. And you just don't realise when you're actually stitching it until later what it actually is. But I'm stitching this all in 3809. It's only taken me like 3 years. Yeah, 3809. So I've still got a fair bit of 3809. I'm more than halfway on this now. I'm in the 60% now, which is great. But the reason I've got quite a bit of progress done on this time is because my dad's been on holiday. So this is for my dad, and it's a secret stitch for my dad, so he doesn't know he's getting it, and he's round here quite a lot. Sorry, cat fur in my mouth. Like he takes my children to school 3 days a week. He was here yesterday evening because I was helping him something with eBay. He's now moved into his new house, which is literally a 5-minute walk down the estate. He's on the same estate as us, and yeah, the kids can actually walk to his house without crossing a road, which is brilliant. But it does mean he drops in at any point. I know he's out today, so I know he's not going to just drop in while I'm filming this. But yeah, I actually took the opportunity while I was on holiday to get several days stitching in on this piece, because otherwise, you know, I'm not going to get it done without him seeing it. So yeah, that's Long Dog Samplers, opening gambit. Let's put that to one side. Right, I feel like I'm racing through everything now because the naughty cat is playing over in the far side, and if I can get through things before he gets back over here, that would be great. Right, next. Why is that floss there? The next is in my pumpkin bag, and it's got beads, although I haven't done any beads. So the next one I've been working on is Gwen by Nora Corbett. It's Bewitching Pixies Gwen, this one, and it's a Halloweeny type piece, isn't it? I love that dress. I just think that's so pretty, and I love the greens in it, so that's why I chose to work on this one. I'll pop in a picture of what it looked like last time you guys saw it, and here she is now. So you can see I've been working on the dress and getting a load of those greens in there and some black as well, and all the gaps you can see, a lot of those are going to be for beads. Which is beautiful. This fabric is a 32 count, I think it's called Dark Goddess by Sparklies, and I love this fabric. I think it's the most out there fabric I own, actually. Rather than just sort of your standard neutrals and blues and greys and things. This one is, oh excuse me, Flosstube itchy nose. Yeah, this one is just gorgeous. Coming along nicely. I want to do some more work on this one because it's so pretty. But yeah, the only thing, I've mentioned this before, the only thing I'm worried about on this one is the purple flowers, how well they're going to show up against that fabric. But I think we have looked at the beads before, and they are quite, I mean, the black ones, well, they should show. You've got black ones, green ones, and I think there's another packet. I'm dropping them, and the cat's going to get them. Some purple and some brown as well, but yeah, I think they're going to be all right. Oh God, he's got my beads. Come here, give it back. Give it back. Such a thug. Right. We're getting there, there's not too many to go. I do really feel like I'm rushing, and I want to take myself, oh no, he's coming. Stop it. I'm going to have to shut you in another room next time, you little horror. Right, next bag. Everybody knows what's in this bag. I love this bag. I got this fabric off eBay and I adore it, and then I made this bag. This is my baby Yoda, or Grogu as he's known. That's this chart here. I'm sorry, we've got a cat destroying stuff again. Stop it. Gizmo. So this was off Etsy. I don't think it's available anymore. I do think it might have been a copyright issue. Doesn't mean I'm not going to stitch it, because I paid for it. And I'm stitching this on a gorgeous fabric by Fabric Flair. It's called Creationist Purple, and I thought it was absolutely perfect for this piece. I'll pop in a picture of what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And here he is now. So he's coming along really well. Yoda himself. Gizmo, stop it. Yoda himself is completely done. I'm now just working on his pod. He's dragging stuff onto the floor. So I've been working down here on that section of his pod there. And it's actually quite nice block stitching now. There's not that many colours left to go because it's all sort of blocky areas, but it's got a bit to go down, and it's probably going to be a little bit boring. Sorry. I feel like I need to start this video again with him in another room. but I hate refilming. So we're going to live with it for now, guys. I'm sorry. I'll shut him out next time, or I'll make sure he's asleep. But yeah, this is 32 count, and it's for my son because he's a bit of a Mandalorian fan. I'm a bit of a Mandalorian fan. I love it. It's brilliant. I've never been a Star Wars fan. It's just not my thing, but I'm quite happy to watch Mandalorian and Boba Fett, or is it Boba Fett? I don't know how you say it. But yeah, working on that one and enjoy it. You've got to enjoy what you work on, haven't you? Otherwise you won't work on it. They say that about HAEDs, don't they? Heaven and Earth Designs, full coverage pieces. Because they're so big and you're working on them for so many years, you've got to enjoy it, otherwise you're not going to do it. So that's why most of my Heaven and Earth designs are cats, because I love working on cats. So, last bag. There's a couple of more wallets, but the last bag is my farm bag with the sheeps and the cows and the pigs and the chickens. This was actually the very first project bag I ever made myself, and I was so proud of myself. And it's still going strong. It's not perfect, but I love it, and that's what matters, right? It's actually not horrendous. So this contains Love Is Here, which is a sheepy piece I started not long ago. I've only worked on it once, I think. I think you've seen the start, and I've worked on it again. I got this one off Etsy, Happy Mood Point, and there are about 4 similar sort of designs. I know there's one with pumpkins in that I'd really like to do, because autumn's my favourite season. So stitching this one on 32 count, I think this is Mushroom Murano, and that's what it looks like now. I will have popped in a picture of what it looked like last time. So the house is done, and I've moved over and started to work on the sheeps over here. And if I remember rightly, I've run out of this brown, which is why the faces aren't finished. I need to put a floss order in. There's a couple of colours I've run out of. 3865 is another one. I was convinced I must have another skein of it somewhere, but I can't find another one, so I need to go and put a floss order in, because you can't be running out of floss, can we? That's no good to anyone. And there's nothing worse than when you're stitching something and you kind of need those stitches so you can count. If you look, I've done sort of just on the top of the sheep's head and then come across and start, just so I knew how far to count to start the whites. Because I wouldn't have felt confident counting all that way over. I'm really funny about how far I'll count. It's got to be like less than 10 stitches or I won't do it. And that was more. I'm sure that was it more? It might have only been. Might have been about 10 stitches, but I hate, because I'm just convinced I'm going to make a mistake. So if I can put some stitches in there to go off of, you know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like anchor points sort of thing. So I know, oh, it's where that stitch is, it's 3 across from that one. That's what I've done. Have you calmed down a bit now? I don't know where he's even gone. He's disappeared. That's always concerning as well. What's he doing? Right, a couple more to go. Excuse the rattling. So the next one is in Cross Stitcher magazine, and this was January 19. Wow, that's a few years ago now, isn't it? And it's the Little Dove Designs. I've got this on Pattern Keeper, but the actual picture is in here somewhere. Oh, there's some, I need to look through this again. There's some really cute designs in here. Where is it? Where's it gone? I mean, you've seen it before, I'm sure, but because I really like that one that was on the front cover. I think that's really pretty. And some of it's like in half stitch. Here we go. This is it. So this one's Winter Warmth by Little Dove Designs. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I've already done Autumn Glows. In fact, I need to put that up because I've still got Spring Awakening up on the wall at the moment, and we're nowhere near spring. I need to put autumn glows up because we're in autumn now. So this is winter warmth, and I'm also working on summer blooms. I'll pop in a picture of what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And here it is now. So I've worked up to the top to get that tree in, because I've got the door of the house and the little sled underneath it. I've got that row of like fir trees and a pair of ice skates in there. So done a bit of work on that one. This is being stitched on, it's 28 count even weave Smoky Oaky by Fabric Flare. It's like a grey with a bit of mottling to it. I don't know if you can really see that. I can see it up close, but it's not so easy to see. But yeah, I've done all of the series on 28 count, which is why, because I don't normally go for 28 count. I prefer 32, but because I did the first one on 28, I'm doing them all on 28 because then they fit in the same size frame, which I can buy nice and cheaply from the range. Speaking of which, I need to go and buy another one because I borrowed a frame for Aria for something for Pony Club and it got broken. So I need to go out and buy another frame, which is part of the reason why Autumn Glows isn't up in the kitchen, because it was Autumn Glows as a frame. But yeah, happy with how that one's coming along. It's a nice simple stitch, this one. Not a horrendous amount of colours in it. Probably run out of some of them again. Don't think it's going to be ready for this winter, but it doesn't matter. Right, last one. And this one I'm going to have to get finished. So, last but not least, sorry, I've got two projects inside the same project bag and one of them's not even started yet. This is Patchwork Cats by Jardin Privé. And I've been working on this one for far too long. I'll pop in a picture of what it looked like last time you guys saw it. And here it is now. It's so close. So close to a finish now. And the only reason it isn't finished is because I ran out of Weeks Dye Works Confederate Grey, which is the colour that the cats have stitched in. This was my own colour conversion. You'll see that the chart is sort of oranges and reds with the blues and the greens, and I changed it to pinky colours, and I changed the colour of the cats. So I think the cats were like a brownie, yeah, brown DMC, and I went for grey. But yeah, I chose Weeks Dye Works Confederate Grey, and then I ran out, so put it in order to create nostalgia, and I've got two more skeins. So I need to finish those cats. That's Alexa. Somebody's trying to ring me, and I've got my phone, because I'm filming, is on airplane mode. But yes, there's a cat there. I've got to finish a cat there, and then there's some down at the bottom, and then this is finished, which will be great. I'll be back in a tick. Sorry about that, I'm back. Husband desperately needed to talk to me about something. So he couldn't understand why he couldn't get through to my phone, because I put my phone on airplane mode. So he managed to send an announcement through to our Alexa, who then, I don't know if you heard it, but she said, I'm trying to get hold of you. So anyway, he's dealt with it. He's apologised for interrupting us. But we're nearly there, we're nearly done. Right, that's all the whips. Next thing I want to explain, oh, I'm sorry, the cat's back. Next thing I wanted to go through was I've had a bit of stitchy kindness. So, I've received a little bit of something through the post. I'm just looking because it would appear somebody's chewed part of my plastic wallet. Naughty puss. So, I've got a couple of charts. And they are Fancy Blackett's Harvest Dance and Fancy Blackett's October Ride. Now, I know that some of the lovely ladies from the Essex Needles Retreat have been stitching these as part of a bit of a sal, and I think they've about done. And I know the lady that was stitching these is about done. Well, of course she's done, I've got the charts. But the lovely Alison, bless her, she sent me a gorgeous little card the hoarder. It's got Lady with Balls of Wool. That's so appropriate. She sent me a gorgeous little card. It says, "Hi Bernie, I hope these charts can be of use to you sometime in the future. Sorry I won't see you at the next 2 Essex Needles retreats, because I asked if I'd see her in March. But I hope to see you at an event sometime next year, hopefully. Love to you and all the fur babies, the cute fur babies." From Alison. So thank you so much, Alison. I cannot wait to stitch these. And it just seems like the right time of year as well. They're very sort of Halloweeny and Octobery, aren't they? Especially October, it's Octobery. But yeah, these stitched in DMC, which is fabulous. Oh, that one's got some French knots in it. And I just, yeah, I'm looking forward to stitching these because I think they're really cute. And I've seen Elaine, Ellie Weller Stitcher, I've seen certainly that one, Harvest Dance, on her wall. I know she's stitching this one at the moment, so I can't wait to stitch those. And it was so kind of Alison to send them through to me, so thank you so much, Alison. And then I also wanted to put a big thank you out to you guys for supporting me and following my channel. And I haven't done a giveaway for a while, so I thought, if you're still with me now, if you've managed to sit through all this disruption with the cat, you deserve a little something. So I've got a couple of charts that I'm going to give away. Now, this is open to the whole world, not just the UK. I will ship these anyway because they are just charts. But the first one I've got is one that I finished a few months ago. That's Quilting Bee by the Blue Flower. It's a perfect chart. There is no damage to, that's just a little bit, you can see I never mark the chart. I always take a photocopy if I'm going to mark. But yeah, it's all there. It's in really good condition, as you can see. It's not damaged, folded, chewed, or anything like that. So if you would like to win this chart, please leave me a comment down below and use the word flower in your comment. Okay, so that's anywhere in your comment, just use the word flower. I will use the random comment generator to pick a winner with somebody who comments the word flower. Now, to enter this giveaway, please be over 18. Please do not mention the words giveaway, freebie, prize. I can't think what all those, anything that might make somebody think, oh, you know, somebody who's, oh, what do they call them, where they go just looking for prizes. I want it to go to a stitcher. That's the basic, that's what we all do, isn't it? We want it to go to a stitcher, somebody who's actually going to stitch it. So just include the word flower in your comment, and I will draw this in my next video, which is going to be, I'd love to say 3 or 4 weeks time. That's the plan. And then the next one I want to give away is another one I finished recently, and that is Snapdragon by Nora Corbett. Again, another absolutely beautiful chart. I need to get this framed because she is absolutely gorgeous with the beads and everything on her. And again, the chart is the only thing that's, it's just that little sticker that's a bit damaged, otherwise in absolutely perfect condition. So if you did want to give it to somebody, if you won it and you wanted to give it to a friend, then it's in a perfectly acceptable condition to do that. So if you would like to win this one, please use the word blossom, because this is part of the Pixie Blossom collection. So flower for that one, blossom for that one. Very horticultural theme here, isn't it? And I will give away these charts on my next video. As I say, open to the whole world. I'll post them anyway because they're only thin. They will go in a large letter. And I think, guys, that is about it. I'm going to get this video edited. I have done a bit of crochet, not really enough to show you. I've just been doing the odd row while I'm in the car. I do need to do some more crochet. I'm planning on doing an Instagram post, hopefully today actually. Lots of stuff's gone up in my shop that had, my Etsy shop, this is, sorry to explain. My Etsy shop has been a bit quiet over the summer months. It always is, and it always picks up around this time of year up until Christmas. So I'll be making scarves, cowls, wrist warmers. They're one of my signature things, ready for the colder weather coming, because it has got a lot colder. I must admit, beginning of September, we had an almighty heat wave. We've had a rubbish summer this year, really wet, really horrible. And then just the odd, I think we had a few days in June when it was a bit warm, but really not a great summer at all. And then the kids went back to school and we had a heat wave. And it was 30 degrees every day. It was too hot. We were all struggling in the heat again. But yeah, luckily it only lasted about a week. And now the rain's hit us again. And I did actually read yesterday on, it was on a weather thing for Derbyshire, that in the last 3 days we've had over a whole month's quota of rain for September, just in 3 days. It's just been so wet. In fact, so wet that we brought the horses into the stables last night to give the field a bit of a rest and to give them a chance to dry off because it was just vile. It's not too bad at the moment, it's just a little bit cloudy. Gizmo's just come back down again. He's coming to say goodbye, aren't you? Because he knows I'm wrapping this up. Yeah, it's not too bad at the moment, but I've got some washing on the line, so try and get something dry while it's not raining. But yeah, it has dropped much cooler. As you can see, I'm wearing a jumper because it's we're definitely in autumn now, and it's my favourite season. I like autumn. I like, even though I'm an equestrian and we like the long bright light nights, I like when it all starts to draw in and I want to shut the curtains and light some candles and be all cosy, which is great. Right, I'm going to sign off here. If you did enjoy this video and you don't already, please give me a like, a subscribe, please comment if you can. Remember that I've got those 2 giveaways, Blossom or Flower, depending on which chart. You can enter for both, but I will only be having 1 winner per chart. So if you were to win the first one, you can't win the second one, that sort of thing. And yeah, I'll hopefully be back in 3 or 4 weeks. I'll try. I'm not promising, as you know. It takes me ages to get these videos up. It seems as though I have to do so much more prep for one of these videos than I do for an equestrian video, which is really bizarre. But that's because it's all I think it's all much more raw on the equestrian ones. But yeah, please do check out my other channel if you're interested in that. That's Too Old to Bounce, with me and Aria. Show off what we're doing. We've got, I've not long uploaded a video a few days ago of a week in our lives with the horses, and tomorrow, that's to say Friday the 22nd, I've got a video going live at 4 o'clock UK time, and it was a competition that Aria went to at the weekend, and spoiler alert, she did do quite well, so it's worth a watch. Right, I'm going to try and get this video edited. I'm going to get myself some lunch. I'm going to get Gizmo some lunch. Are you coming? Are you coming to say goodbye? No? I bet I can get you to come and say goodbye. What's this? What's this? What's this? Here he comes. Here he comes. And say goodbye because you've done nothing but disrupt this video, haven't you, you little horror? I'm going to say goodbye. What are you looking at? What's up there? What's up there? The light, isn't it? The light fitting. Right. And say goodbye, everybody. I'm sorry for being such a pain on this video, but I'd like some lunch, and if I disrupt Mummy enough, she will get up and feed me. Isn't that right? You are such a sweetheart. You really are. You're an absolute nuisance, but you are a little darling as well, aren't you? Go on. He's not going anywhere. So, right, me and Gizmo signing out, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.